Okay, y'all. Today, we just gonna talk about picking the right woman for you, right? Let me put my headphones on. We talk about picking the right woman for yourself, right? But a lot of y'all, you picking a woman based on her sexual sexual tension, her sexual attractiveness, that you feel that she's there, her beauty appearance, things that are all what's the word I can use? Fleeting, right? Those things are going to go away over time. What you need, if you're going to be with somebody in the long haul, you need somebody who's going to have more than just those things, right? Right? So, but the problem is, I hear people saying, you got to be this ogre to the woman, man. She got to submit, submission, submit. I mean, I've never been with a woman where I had to say, you got to submit to me. I never been in that situation. So I don't understand. I do understand how some guys get that way because they've had experiences where they try to run game on women, and the women just see. Before, in the past, you could say, women have to obey men and all that. That was cool to say when all the men were good men, all the men were striving to be good men. Yeah, in that situation, yeah. Then listening to a man, that's because he's probably most likely going to try to be good to you, try to do right by you, right? In that situation, yeah, you should. Why would if you got only those type of men are out there, then questioning a man would kind of be like, well, why would you question a man if he's trying to do you right? But in today's world, the men that you run across today, they may not be trying to do you right. Most of the time, a lot of time these women pick men not because they're going to do them right, but because they're exciting. They always got some type of drama. And the question they never ask themselves is, why do I want a man that's got constant drama going on? Right? Why wouldn't you want a man who you can have fun with, you can do all this, you can do things with, but you don't have to risk everything every day all the time just to be with this person? That to me doesn't make any sense, but hey, none of this stuff makes sense, man. None of this stuff makes sense. There was a time where your family was involved in your vetting process of any person that came your way, especially the females, right? But the women's liberation movement has removed the family from the females' vetting system, and so sexual selection process, and so now women are out here selecting men based on their own issues. So they're not selecting men and then having the family kick the tires as well. They just out here by themselves. The family finds out after the dude's been bajoinking her for a while, right? They don't get to see the guy initially, right? And bring, hey, you know what? Like I remember old school, you had to bring the person home. They had to come to the table and eat, right? We got to see how you act. See if you got some manners. See if you got table manners. See if you got self-respect. See if you got discipline. See if you can, hold a conversation. Now, you the family man. You may find out when it gets real, real hot. And of course, the dude don't want to marry the girl, right? Hey, I don't want to get married to you. I just want to bajoink you, right? Use you up and then drop you off when I get done with you, move on to somebody else, right? And everybody's okay with that until it's their daughter, until it's their niece, until it's their granddaughter. Then you want the dude to be a good dude, right? Huh? You don't even want your daughter or your granddaughter to even remotely deal with somebody like you. But hell, you the reference point they got. They've been seeing how you've been treating their mama. They know how to act. That what they take it as that's how they gonna act, rather. Yeah, so yeah, we used to bring people home for dinner. The family had to take a look at everybody and see what was going on. Now, no, right? As a result of the family being removed from the sexual selection process, especially for women, and the attitude or thinking process of hyper promiscuity being injected into the female population as a that is a okay, or that is a their that thinking where that hyper promiscuity is not a ding on their selection value, sexual selection value. Unfortunately, that has happened, and therefore, with those two things happening, therefore, women are a lot less selective, virtue selective, and therefore they select men based on many other cursory criteria, such as sexual prowess, beauty appearance, and of course financial prowess, and toys, and likewise, right? So the family not being involved, and why would the family not be involved? The family has been removed from the sexual selection process so that there are less eyes on who you are sexually selecting. Therefore, there's less discernment and discrimination in between the people that you are selecting, right? Because your family don't look at this person as, oh, he look good, oh, he look this, he look that. Your family don't look at it like that. Your family look at it that this is my baby. Are you gonna do my baby right? That's the way your family look at it. But sometimes our women are out here doing whatever, right? And then us as men, we're so silly, man. We out here trying to do everything under the sun with these women, man, instead of checking them out first, right? Men are just as bad. I'm not saying women are all bad. Men are just as bad. We used to have our families check out our women. But when you gonna see your son or daughter? When you see your son's girlfriend? He already got 3 or 4 months in joinking her, right? By then you can't tell him nothing. Hey son, and she just gotta walk like somebody that's been through the mill, right? He's like, no, you don't understand, Dad. I love her. Right? So what do we do? How do we try to fix this problem? So many men are getting caught up in family court, right? You're getting caught up in family court. You're getting caught up in, what's the word? Family court, child support payments, broken relationships, stalking, all this. Why are we getting caught up in so much of this stuff? Why is this so prevalent? It's so prevalent because we're not selecting properly, especially us as men. We're just not selecting the right type of woman for us that would help us accomplish some positive things in our lives. We're not selecting those people. We're selecting people we want to have sex with. That's arousing us sexually. Period. That's it. We're not using any other criteria. Is this woman good? Will this woman treat me right? Is this a good-hearted woman? How does she treat herself if she has children? How does she treat her children? How does she treat her parents? What kind of relationship she got with her father? Very important. Very important. That's at least a good start. I'm not saying it's a foolproof situation, but that's a very good start if they have a good relationship with the father. But okay, is she the baby of the family? Is the girl a baby to the family? Why? Because the baby of the family didn't have to work for nothing. Everybody just gave it to her. So how willing is she to work for things? You got to check all this stuff out, right? Because a marriage is work. Long-term relationships are work, right? You ain't gonna be happy all the time. These guys make me laugh when they say, see, you ain't even in a good marriage. You're supposed to be happy all the time. Single people ain't even happy all the time. But y'all, man, I mean, YouTube is the only place, man, where somebody can get up and just get themselves as tight. I'm a coach. I'm a life coach. Why are you a life coach? What qualifies you to be a life coach? Oh, because I'm alive. Oh, okay. That qualifies you. That might qualify you to coach yourself, but how does that qualify you to coach other people who have other situations going on in their life? How does that qualify you? See, it's a lot. See, you gotta consider back in the day we had a saying called "consider the source." You got to consider the source, man. Consider who's telling you, giving you this information, right? That's why, man, I'm so glad, man, we got plans this year to do some things, man, try to offset some of this craziness that's out here, man. We're not gonna put a, stop to it because it's just too much of it out there. But we can at least put a dent in it, man. We can at least start helping some of these young men that want to know the right thing to do. Some of them just don't know what to do. They don't know how to sexually select for themselves. They know how to select sexually, but they don't know how to sexually select, which is two different things. Selecting sexually, meaning, hey, this person want to have sex, I want to have sex, they open to it, I'm open to it, hey, let's go. That's sexually. That is selecting sexually. But you want to sexually select right. That is sexually selecting. What we want to do is select sexually, meaning we want to select. Yeah, sex is a consideration, but it's not the only consideration. Sex is just a partial consideration. We have other things that we're going to consider. Whereas, you just select somebody just based on sex. That typically never works out. Typically, right? So anyway, I'm gonna watch. I want y'all to see this video, man, of this young man. He had pretty good. I thought it was pretty good, man. Let me let y'all hear it.
When a girl chooses you. I've learned that I've had the most overall success with the girls who either message me first on dating apps, who show me some sort of initial interest before me approaching them. This can be in person, such as a choosing signal, giving me the look, the eyes, or like staying in my vicinity, or something about her. She showed a clear interest before I even talked to her. And on the opposite hand, the girls who I had to cold approach and or cold DM on Instagram, or even as little as send a message first on a dating app, these have been overall, on average, the worst interactions that I've dealt with.
Okay, now remember, I did a video about 3 years ago saying the cold approach is dead. That's dead. You don't cold approach women. When I mean cold approach, I mean you all up in them talking, and you trying to, I'm trying to get to know you, and you showing an overwhelming interest in her, and she's going to say, you don't even know me to be all up in me like that. Okay, I can understand you might be interested in me, but to be all like you are, that's kind of weird, right? But men don't think about things like that, man. They don't think like, it's like them chomos that go on To Catch a Predator, right? And they walk in the house and they be like, they try to get a hug right when they walk in the door, and the girl's like, and they like, what's wrong, right? I sent you all these pictures of my junk, and I've been talking to you. I know you 14 years old. I've been talking to you about, doing all this sexual stuff to you. What's the matter? Why are you so scared? They don't even see how they look, man. They don't even see how they present themselves, man, and how weird they are, man. You know what I mean? And so it's like that's us as men, man. Sometimes we don't see how weird we're behaving, how weird we're acting, and off-putting that is, right? But I told you guys years ago, I said the cold approach is there for men that want to really succeed in finding a good woman. The cold approach is now. Should you, Clarence? Can I introduce? Yeah, you can introduce yourself. You introduce yourself, right? And you could just talk to, you could create conversation, and then you could see if there's any interest in you. That's what you're trying to do. But if you go up to a woman and you all, yeah, you all up on her like that, of course she's gonna be like, damn, I don't even know you, man. What's going on? Right? But men don't get that, man. A man that today's young men, man, they get mad, right? They interested in you and you don't feel it the same way. Oh, they're hot, they're upset, right? Forget you, B, right? It's crazy, man. It's crazy. And us, the rest of us as men are promoting that behavior, right? We promoting it. Barbershop, pool hall, nightclubs, the bars. We promoting that kind of silliness, right? All the places that a lot of men want to go to meet women, right? And why do you want to meet women there? You want to meet women at those places because the likelihood of a woman having sex with you in a quicker amount of time, those type of women frequent places like that, right? That's going to be a lot less work for you to try to get some woman in the bed. Now, I understand if that's your goal in life is to just get women in the bed. I understand why you're doing what you're doing, but for the rest of us that got other goals in life, right? I mean, there's way other things in life to do besides getting women in the bed, in my opinion, right? Especially if you've done it, it's like they try to make getting women in the bed look like a hard job. You got to make this. You got to make this amount of money. You got to do this. You got to do that. Man, just be yourself. Be yourself. Go places where women that are trying to do something productive hang out at, church, religious organizations, maybe walkathons. The women that are trying to do something that are, they walkathon, you're showing that you got a giving personality, right? You're going to give your time to this cause. See, but men, you do the opposite. You find women that are selfish, that don't give none of their time, nothing, right? They don't do jack, right? But you out there like, yeah, I'm going to go to the bar tonight. We're going to the club. Then you meet or hook up with a woman and then you do something stupid like impregnate her, right? You impregnate somebody who you had nothing in common with except for a desire to have sex at the same time, right? Oh boy, a lot of y'all on that step right there, right? But my thing is, a wise man is always going to let a female show him that she's interested before he puts a lot of weight behind her. Because what good is it? You got a female and you talking to this female and you even get into a relationship with a female, but the female ain't on the same page with you. Eventually, that ship is going to run aground, right? That house is going to fall down. Eventually, right? How do you know, man? See, let me tell you something, man. A woman that is, you don't have to ask for submission. You don't. I never have done that. I never had to say, you got to respect me. Because if a girl didn't respect me, I just cut her loose. I'm not going to be with nobody that don't respect me. Because she used to gangsters. If you used to gangsters, then let the gangsters be with her. Let the gangsters slap her around and take her money and do all that. It's worth it to her, right? That penitentiary still going to be worth it to her. Okay, let her have that. Somebody that's crazy like that, let them be with, they need to be together, right? Or they don't need to be together, but I'd rather them be with, go be happy. I don't want to be with nobody except somebody wants to be with me, right? But not just sexually, not just a sexual appetite for me, but me as a person. Because you realize that you're going to spend more time not having sex with somebody than having sex with them if you're in a relationship with them. You're going to spend most of your time non-sexually. How are you going to deal with them? if you just, only thing you got in common is the desire to have sex with each other. I mean, eventually, and then you talking about marrying somebody? I mean, now you're going to live in the same house with them. You're going to eat with them. You're going to have to talk to them. You have to solve problems with them. You have to spend time with them. Come on, man. A wise man is going to let a female choose him, let a female pick him. A foolish man is going to pick a woman and try to sell her on why she need to be with him, right? Through competition. So you're going to have to feel like you got to outcompete the next man. See, that's what they tell us, right, as men. You got to make more money than this next man. You got to do this more than the next man. I don't have to do none of that. But Clarence, you ain't going to have as much sex as me. I'm having way more sex than you. Have at it. Have at it. Have at it. If I want sex, I can get it. I don't, you know what I mean? But my thing is, man, let the next man win. I've been saying this for the last 3 years. You got to know when to let the next man win, right? The next man is like, yeah, I'm the man. I'm this, I'm that, right? Yep, you are, partner. Let me just leave you alone and then leave you and this lovely lady alone. Let y'all have it. Y'all got it. But see, the wrong with us as men, man, we too proud. We got too much pride, right? Right? We think we got to compete for everything. Oh, I got to compete. I can't let him win. What you mean you can't let him win? What if him winning is the best situation for you, right? Well, we don't think like that, right? You think like, hey, nah, I got to win. I can't let him win. I got to win. You do? Yeah, I got to win. Okay, buddy, go ahead and win. It's a couple concepts. Once I got them down, man, I was so much happier, man. First concept is let the next man win. If he want this girl that bad, where he's willing to high sign like this, let him have her. And she is like giving him play. Let her have him. Let the next man win. The next man, his win is your super win. Right? His league championship is your Super Bowl. You actually won. That's his problem now. This girl that was giving you all these headaches, that's his problem now. But see, we don't think it, man. The headaches is worth it, Clarence, because she fine. She fine. Nah. Get that concept down. Let the next man win. Always be ready to let the next man win, right? If he wanted that bad and he's getting a little play, even if the girl's giving him a little action, let the next man win. Let the next man win. You don't make you no less of a man. That's only because you think it's only your perspective thinking you less of a man. But see, that brings me to my next concept that I had to grasp, which is I don't have no competition. There ain't no competition out there. I'm not competing with nobody. I'm competing with me. I'm competing because you can't compete with nobody else. There's always going to be a bigger dude with more inches and can last longer. And it's always going to be that. There's always going to be somebody better at something, right? So why would you even try to compete with them? Why even compete with them? Because it doesn't make any sense. Why? Listen. The only person you have to compete with is yourself. How better can you make yourself? And if that ain't good enough, hey, adios, hasta la vista, sister. Right? We ain't got to stay in no unhappy relationships because I got too much invested in this situation. So I'm going to stay being miserable because I got too much invested. Nah. Always be ready to hit the eject button. Yeah, it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt, Claire. I love her. I know it's going to hurt. But what's going to hurt more? You hit the ejector now, you're saving yourself $10,000, 15, 20 years of pain and heartache, right? Why would you be with a woman who you had to convince to be with you? I never heard God go to Adam and say, yeah, man, you should get with my program, man, because check this out, man. This is all the benefits, man. See, you could be in this garden and you could do, no, man, you don't think God convincing nobody. You know what I'm saying? See, hey, this the truth. And this ain't the truth. That's it. Which one you want? Problem is, man, we want the truth when we want it, when it's convenient for us, and then we don't want the truth when it's inconvenient for us. That's our problem. But anyway, get these two concepts down, man. The first concept is, right? What was the first concept? Let the woman select you, man. Let the woman select you. Only be around women that's, talking your language. That's on your vibe. That's, gonna be a plus for you. Claire, she's gonna be a plus for me. You see how fine she is? That don't make nobody no plus. Man, do you know how many women that are have a high beauty appearance, man? They are nothing but problems most of the time. Why? Because they don't have to have a good personality. They don't. Men are gonna approach them anyway. Men are gonna try to fight to stay in their good graces anyway. They don't have to be good people. You want that you really want to be with somebody that bad where you willing to be with somebody who is a bad person. Not me. But hey, man, to each their own. Rock on, right? Do what you do you. I'd rather be happy in my little house. Oh, Clarence, you don't make six figures. No. Right? I don't make six figures. So Clarence, how's she gonna be happy with you? Either she happy with me or she not. Right? Either you happy with me or not. Y'all get so caught up, man. You gotta and most of y'all is to make other niggas happy, right? You want to have a good looking girl so you can make these other Negroes look at you and say, ooh, that girl is fine. Ooh, you the man, because you got a fine woman. A fine woman ain't nothing but problems if she ain't on the same page with you, right? She ain't gonna be nothing but problems. Most women like that are money pits. You're gonna just throw good money after bad, good money after bad, good money after bad. And you are not promised anything. Loyalty, respect, nothing. You're not promised nothing. A woman like that is a lot of times, they see who they want to see. And they tell you straight out, if you don't like it, hey, I got 3 or 4 other dudes waiting for your spot right now. They orbiting around waiting for your spot if you don't want to be in your spot. What do most of you dudes do? No, I was just playing. You're right. Right? I've never let no woman take my self-respect, my dignity from me at this point. I've been stupid like that. We all have. But I mean, at this point, I've learned if you ain't riding with my program, cool. I'm 55 years old, man. I'm not trying to convince, sell, persuade nobody about nothing. If you don't want to be on my program, there's the front door. I mean, you can go. I'm not, and I don't have no hard feelings. I understand. I don't want to, somebody brought me in and they said, Clarence, I really love you. I want to be with you. Oh, okay, cool. That makes sense. All right. They said, but the only thing is, Clarence, I want to share you with my community. We like Nature Boy. Everybody's having sex with everybody. I say, I can't do that. I'm not signing up for that. I like you, but if that's what you're into, that's cool. I'm not into that. But hey, have a nice life. Enjoy yourself. Hopefully you protecting yourself. But we too what's the word? We too soft today, man. We too soft with these women, man. And then if they leave us, we want to go to their house and bust in their house and shoot up everybody because the girl don't want to be with us. It's stupid. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. That's why we got the manhood training, man. We're going to put that out there. Y'all will see later, man. We're going to put, man, I'm telling you, man, we got the classes to help our young men at least have a knowledge. Maybe they won't follow it. Maybe they won't do it. But at least they can't say nobody. Like right now they can say, hey, nobody taught me. Nobody told me that. I didn't know. I thought it was cool. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was cool jumping on an underage girl. Right? You know, all my homeboys said it was cool. Well, now you're going to know. We got classes. Now you can know. Now you can know. Right? Anyway, that's another story. So we're talking about right now, we're talking about selecting women for long-term relationships. What about short-term relationships, Clarence? I think you guys got that down pat. I don't have to explain to you how to select women for short-term relationships. I don't really see the benefit in doing that other than sex, but hey, it's hard to sexually select women in today's marketplace. It's hard because if you sexually selecting women, and when I say sexually selecting them, what I mean is you're selecting them, but not only is it about sex, it's also about you got other reasonable criteria by which you using to discern between the. Okay, that's difficult today because there was a time where certain types of women, you know, were distinguishable between other types of women. That area is so gray now. So it's hard. So you need help. But the best thing you could do for yourself, if you don't want to go to nobody else and get no help from your family or somebody else you trust, the best thing you could do for yourself is only deal with women that's showing interest in you. But Clarence, I'm a spit game at her. I don't care how much game you spit at somebody, man. If they're not on your page, it's just going to be a disaster sooner or later. Right? It's going to be a disaster sooner or later, man. Sooner or later, you're going to end up in family court, child support court, whatever. You're going to, you're going to end up in divorce court, whatever. Sooner or later. Right? I was just looking at this Tia Mowry situation, right? And she's talking, hey, I will never, this is my other half of me. We can never be separate. Poof, just like that. Just like that. I've graduated from marriage. Oh. Graduated from marriage to what? What's a higher commitment than marriage? What's a higher position to be in with a man than marriage? I've graduated from marriage. Graduated to what? Graduated to what? Loneliness and promiscuity? What have you graduated to? I mean, it's really sad. But, hey, the one thing I will give her, if she wasn't happy in that situation, I think she did the best thing by just leaving instead of cheating on the man. I got to give her credit for that. Just leave. Hey, I'm not happy. I think there's more out there. I want to be, I think that there's men out there that want to deal with me, right? And, there's men of a certain caliber that want to deal with me. The problem is sometimes when you get a certain age, the other sex, the caliber you thought was waiting for you, they ain't waiting for you. And they only, and most of the time, they're not ready to invest in you as a single parent, male or female. They might want to bejoink you, but they ain't trying to invest in you. They might not. It takes a special man to be with a woman who has kids by another man. It takes a special woman to be with a man that has kids by another woman. Those are special situations, man. A lot of times, there's diamonds in the rough out there. There's diamonds in the rough out there. But even among that crowd, you got to vet properly, man. You got to vet properly, right? There's a reason why the parents ain't together. Got to see what's happening. Don't just take one side of the story, because when you just take one side of the story and don't use your forensic mind to figure it out, same thing that happened to him might happen to you. All right, y'all, let's wrap this up, man. What I want to get at is, man, that, we have to let these women, you have to let women that are interested in you make moves on you. But Clarence, that's going to cut down. See, I was having sex twice a month or twice a week or whatever. And if I do that, then that's going to cut that down to like maybe twice a month or once a month. Yeah, so what? Isn't it better? See, to me, I would take the obvious situation is I don't want no problems. That's obvious. Who wants problems? I don't want no problems. So I'm going to always try to guide my life into the direction where I don't have no problems. I don't want a problem. But I know problems are going to exist. They may come up from time to time, but I don't want them. I'm not actively putting myself in situations knowingly where a problem is going to come up, and just because I feel like the problem is worth dealing with this person that's not on the same page with me. That's done. That's done. We can't do that no more, fellas. Not those of us that got intelligence. You know what I mean? If you're intelligent enough, you don't have to worry. You don't have to put yourself in bad situations. Just, bad situations that take years to fix for 2 minutes, 10 minutes, half an hour of some time that you spent with somebody. Now you connected to them, you impregnate them, and now you connected to them for 18 years, for the rest of your life, you connected to them. And you can't get along, come on, man, we gotta do things that make sense, man. We gotta do things that make sense as men and stop doing stupid stuff, right? All right, y'all, let me wrap this one up, man. Go out there, find a woman that's interested in you. If she's not, what I mean, Clarence, are you saying I shouldn't even introduce myself to her? Of course not. I'm saying that's what you do. Just introduce yourself. Hi, how you doing? My name is Clarence. I just saw you over there. I thought you were very attractive, and I just want to see if I could, communicate with you. You know what I mean? Talk to you. See if maybe, there was a spark between us, right? The girl goes, no, but thank you anyway. Okay, cool. You out of there. Or she might say, well, I don't know. Why don't you give me a number? Let's have a conversation. There you go, right? But you go over there, cold approaching. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. Oh, man. Oh, my God. I ain't never seen breasts like that before. I mean, you come at a girl like that, man, a girl's going to be like, that's weird. And if a girl don't think that that's weird, then that's weird, right? Anyway, y'all tell me what y'all think, man. As a man, should you be going out there and chasing women, hound dogging women? Or should you just, hey, you introduce yourself, you see somebody look nice, you see somebody have a good personality, somebody you feel like they're a good person, you just say, hey, how you doing? My name is Clarence. I saw you, I heard you talking from over the way. I thought you were real, up on it over here. I thought that was real cool the way you handled yourself in that situation. And I just said, hey, why don't I introduce myself? Maybe we could go out sometime, right? That's letting her know you interested in her. If she say, no, I got something else on the side, cool. I got something else going on, cool. Well, you can't blame a brother for trying. That's what I used to say all the time. Can't blame a brother for trying, and just keep on moving. But I'm going to never be like, oh, yeah, you girl, look at that ass. Woohoo, yeah, woohoo. I mean, when you first meet somebody, man, that's a little, what you call that, rude. I won't say a little, but I'll just say that's rude. You don't want to be rude, man. Unless your intention is to be rude. But you showing this girl that you're going to be rude to her all the time, and then you're going to get mad when she's going to show you that she's going to be disrespectful to you back. That's crazy. Anyway, y'all tell me what y'all think. All right, y'all. Peace.